after he had dropped me off, he texted me saying, bring the car by later on tonight and we'll get it fixed. So I told him, I'm like, my mom doesn't want you messing with the car anymore. Her mechanic is back in town. We're just going to take it to him. So he said, are you sure? And I said, yes. Is the car still in the same spot? He never responded to that message. The only thing that he said was, okay, there's a warranty on the radiator and the engine. So I said, okay. Then at first I told him to get it towed to my grandmother's house. Then 4 minutes after that, I told him to get it towed to his shop. And when I'm off of work, I'll get it towed from his shop to my house. He never responded to that message. Just as I told him that was a terrible area to leave the car in. So 4 days later go by, we're now in September.
Well, your car wasn't running, right?
Yes.
So you had to leave it there?
Yes.
How much is the 2007 Dodge Charger?
$3,000.
$3,000. So you bought a $3,000 car for which you paid $800.
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't no bell go off in your head?
I mean, it needed a new engine, so usually in the area that we in people.
Well, an engine was not a lot of money. You said $1,250.
Yes, ma'am.
Still, $1,250 and $800. It's $2,000. The car is worth $3,000.
The car had custom paint, as well as tinted windows and LED lights at the bottom. And when I looked it up on Kelley Blue Book, the Kelley Blue Book value for a fair condition vehicle was $5,100.
This car was not in fairly good condition. This car was in terrible condition. I'm still not understanding why he's responsible for your car being stolen.
He didn't inform me that his tow truck didn't pick up the car till 4 days later.
Oh, is that right?
I was under the impression he picked it up when my tow truck driver said it wasn't there. And he had already advised me he wanted his mom's mechanic to look at it. So I assumed he got it with a different tow truck and took it to his mom's mechanic.
What made you think that wasn't the case?
Well, when I got court papers, I realized that that wasn't the case. As my tow truck driver sent me a text message when I gave him the address, I said, did you find it? He replied, no.
Can I see that?
Sure can.
Did you let him know that your tow truck driver didn't find it?
At that point, we already had court papers.
No, that's impossible. On the 14th, your tow truck driver would have said to you, no, you didn't have court papers on September 15th.
No, he had advised me he wanted his mother's mechanic to look at it. So I was under the impression he took it there and didn't know I was still looking for it. I thought it was already accounted for and wherever it was going.
When did you speak to him again, sir?
The time I talked to him, after the truck came up.
September 14th is when it happened.
Yes.
He sends the address, which is 618.
Yes, that's what I texted him.
Right, and he writes to the tow truck driver, did you find it? And the tow truck driver writes back to him and says no.
Yes.
That's on the 15th, because you would do work evidently in the evening, correct?
Yes.
You work at night.
Yes.
Because this message was sent at 9:26 p.m. The next morning, he writes to the tow truck driver, did you find it? He says no.
The message with the 926, that's messages between him and his tow truck driver. That's not messages between me and him.
I understand that. Was the car at 6:18?
Yes.
Well, that's what I said, 9:30 at night. He sent a message to the tow truck driver, did you find it? He says no. He made an assumption that you had taken it. When was the next time you called him? It seemed to me you would have called him the next day, which is September 15th, when you're not working, and say, what did you find with my car?
Well, September 18th was the last day. That's when I had...
Not 18th. 18th is 3 days later.
I didn't talk to him on the 15th.
Well, you should have. That's what I'm saying to you. You should have talked to him on the 15th and said, where's my car? Is it at your shop? I mean, you leave it on the side of a road. And that's your fault. That's not his fault. That's not his fault. You know, in these kind of situations, you have to say, what would you do? If my car was stuck and it was late at night, and I called a tow truck operator, and let's say for some bizarre reason it was too late for me to stay near my car, and I said, just come and pick up the car, it won't start. I would call the next day and say, do you have my car and what's wrong with it? Isn't that the normal thing to do? You call the next day, say, do you have my car? What was wrong with it? So what I'm asking you is, when was the next time you called him and said, where's my car?
I didn't. until the 18th.
Well, what happened on the 18th?
That's when I texted him. I texted him saying, like, I thought he had the car for the past 4 days. So at first I'm thinking, like, well, I can't get my $1,600 back. So I texted Chris, and I'm saying, all right, love, just like get it done, just fix it. And he's like, okay, well, what's wrong with it? So I reiterated what was wrong with it. It keeps overheating and everything. And then he was like,
well,
okay.
He was there.
Can you repeat that again?
He was there with you on the 15th.
Yes.
Okay, we're done. I don't think it's his fault that your car got stolen. Goodbye.